So we are going to start with the fortune of the day. Then we're going to move into the reading. I feel like I want to take two. This one was hanging out of the bag, and this is the one I pulled. So the first one says, the trouble with resisting temptation. Hold on, let me read that again because this is not making sense. The trouble with resisting temptation is it may never come again. Okay. The trouble with resisting temptation is it may never come again. Okay, I see what they're saying. The trouble with trying to resist temptation is that you want to do it because you may never get that opportunity to do it again. But I don't necessarily agree with that because, say, for instance, you're tempted to eat something sweet and you've been trying to refrain from eating a lot of sweets. That temptation can come again tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So I don't necessarily agree with that, Fortune, but to each its own. If it resonates, then take it. The next one says, keep your idealism practical. So if you have an idea, take practical steps, practical things that you can actually do, tangible things that you can actually do to reach or to make that idea come into fruition. Okay. So as we move into Capricorn, move out of Capricorn season and move into Aquarius season, throughout Aquarius season, we are going to be focusing on the crown chakra, the collective crown chakra energy, the collective crown chakra consciousness, what's going on with the crown chakra, how we can align our crown chakra so that we are in alignment with our higher selves, so that we are receiving messages and insight and guidance from our higher selves. We're going to be focusing on that for the entirety of Aquarius season. So with that being said, the way that we're going to structure the reading for today, we are going to focus on awareness, what we need to be aware of. We're going to focus on activation and how we can activate our crown chakra. And we are going to focus on what we need to notice, not fix, but notice. So that is in alignment with awareness. What do we need to bring our awareness to? So, whoa, I think that's more than three cards. Four cards came out. We're not going to take those. So we're going to tap into this energetic field and we're going to focus on what is becoming active and visible within your crown chakra. Within your crown chakra. Okay. So we have two flippers. We'll take those. So clearing entangled karma and clearing the karmic weight. That feels like the same type of energy. And what I'm immediately getting from this card is once you clear the karmic weight, it starts to feel lighter. Your energy starts to feel lighter, right? So we're just going to read the cards and get started there. So the first one says, clear entangled karma. Every relationship holds lessons. Break free from the karmic ties that no longer serve your growth. And the clear the karmic weight says, the past still lives in what you haven't faced. Name the weight you carry and choose to release it now. So as this relates to the crown chakra, what I'm getting is that some of you may be holding on to, I keep hearing memories. So memories from the past that come with a sense of heaviness, right? And so this is here to remind you to clear or to bring to your awareness the need to clear that energy, right? So clearing entangled karma. Sometimes karma that is attached to us is something that we were born into and that we have no control over, meaning sometimes it was just passed down to us from generation to generation, right? That's how we became entangled in it, right? And so some of us are doing some work on generational ties and generational entanglements to break ourselves free from that. And this is reminding us to hold on to the lessons, but break yourself away from the energy so that it no longer weighs down on you, so that it no longer feels like a burden that you have to carry, right? So let's keep going and see what else we get for this message. It looks like you have something in your hand that is the key to breaking you free from this entanglement. Like you have something in your hand, because notice both of them in both of these pictures have something in their hands. He has something here and this person has something in their hands. So it looks like you have something. You've been given something that is the key to breaking you free of this entanglement and allowing you to release that karmic weight that it has brought with it, or that you have been carrying, whether you know it or you don't know it, whether it's conscious or unconscious. So insight, understanding, awakening, awareness, and self-evaluation. So some of us need to do some self-evaluation so that we become aware of the thing that we're entangled with, that we're being asked to clear from our energetic field, from our crown chakra. And some of us are being asked to meditate, spend some time in meditation. The more time you spend in meditation, the clearer that your energy becomes, the more clear the channel is for you to receive messages from your higher self through your crown chakra. And then we have compassion here. It says caring, empathy, acceptance, and gentleness. So I feel like this is a reminder to you to be that way with yourself, to be more compassionate with yourself, to be more caring with yourself, to be more accepting with yourself, to have more empathy towards yourself. Be gentle with yourself. If you're a person that's doing healing work, be gentle with yourself. Some of us need to change the language that we speak to ourselves in. For example, you make a mistake and your thoughts towards yourself are cruel. Like you say things to yourself like, that was so stupid, or you're so dumb, and why you do stuff like that. You need to, things like that. We talk to ourselves in a very harsh way. And some of us need to be a lot more compassionate with ourselves. That's what I'm hearing. Change your internal language, change your internal dialogue, right? And so then we have imagination here, and it says imagination, expression, originality, and passion. So I feel like you have the mental capacity to be very imaginative and create in a vast way. Like you can create mentally, you can create stories. You might even be a person that makes up stories. You might be a storyteller. You might be a person who fantasizes a lot. You might be a person who spends a lot of time in your mind, creating different scenarios, creating different stories, creating different things that you tell yourself that might not be true. That's for one or two of you. And again, this is a reminder to be more gentle and compassionate with yourself. If you are the type of person that creates stories in your mind that aren't necessarily true when it comes to you, you create endings. I'm hearing you create endings to stories, or you create new endings to stories. I feel like you're just a very creative person. You use your creativity in many different ways. But here I'm focusing in on the way you use your creativity mentally. I feel like some of you have I'm hearing an unhealthy habit of obsessing over things. You let your imagination run wild. And I feel like this is a message for you, if this resonates, to kind of reel that in some and learn how to use your imagination in a healthier way, one that does not cause you to be overwhelmed with these scenarios that you come up with in your mind, right? So we have spiritual retreat, but what I'm feeling is the on your own side. So for some of you, you've been spending a lot of time on your own. You've been spending a lot of time in solitude, and this has helped you to kind of get away from that karma that you were entangled with. It's helping you to create a new perspective, one that is free of this karmic weight that you have been carrying. Maybe a part of the karmic weight was a way of doing things that was what you were born into, and it no longer resonates with you. So you've kind of broken away from it and giving yourself the space to come up with a perspective of life, or a perspective or a way of life that's just different than what you were born into. This page comes up a lot. I mean, this card comes up a lot, but I feel like it is resonating in this reading with the higher wisdom side. So in order for you to kind of tap into the energy of your crown chakra and kind of gain a new perspective, this is asking you to explore higher wisdom, expand your horizons. I'm hearing learning new things. You've already been on this path if you're that person that resonated with this, and you've been in that space of solitude to shift your perspective. That new perspective of yours is coming from the higher wisdom that you have. I'm hearing it embraced. The word didn't want to come out, but I'm hearing that you've embraced higher wisdom and it's giving you a different perspective. This card came out recently, Magic Opportunity. So this says, embrace the unexpected and seize the chance for transformation. I feel like the transformation is already happening as you are gaining new perspective, as you are clearing the entangled karma and clearing the karmic weight, as you're going within and gaining new perspective from your solitude and your times of meditation. I'm hearing for some of you, you're going through an awakening at this time, and you're doing a lot of self-evaluation, a lot of self-awareness is taking place, or you're becoming self-aware, and it's causing you to have a different perspective. Maybe some things that you did in the past do not resonate with you anymore. Like the person that you were, you're not that person anymore, and you're realizing that and you're accepting that about yourself. So we have stay open-minded and receptive to the magic unfolding in your life. So again, some of you are going through an awakening at this time. There's a lot of mystical, magical, miracle-like energy surrounding you at this time. And I'm hearing to use it wisely. Again, if you resonate with that creativity, that creative energy, that imagination, and you having a vivid imagination where you can create anything with your mind, I'm hearing at this time that it's very potent, and you can use this to literally manifest or to make miracles happen in your life. You can use it and it'll seem like it's magical. You can use your imagination at this time and create anything. So steady as you go. And it says navigate with patience and resilience, trusting your inner strength to guide you through life's twists and turns. So this is just a reminder that steady as you go card is just a reminder to continue trusting in yourself, trusting in your inner strength as you clear any remnants of any karma that may be lingering in your life, as you continue awakening and becoming self-aware, as you move out on your own. Maybe you're moving away from your family for the first time. Maybe you are moving away from a group of people who once resonated heavily with you, and now you guys don't align the same anymore. Maybe you're moving away from a school that you went to that no longer aligns, a job that you had that no longer aligns. Maybe you're moving from being an employee to an entrepreneur. You're going out on your own, doing things your own way, doing things in a creative way. And this is just a reminder to stay steady as you go. And the way that you stay steady is to continue trusting in your own inner strength. And remember to be patient with yourself. Because I feel like all this, for you, this is new. And so this is saying, trust yourself and be patient with yourself. And again, compassion, that's the center card. That's like the center focus here. So remember to have some compassion for yourself as you move into this new journey, into this new space, as you move through this awakening. I feel like some of you are having a crown chakra awakening. Some of you may be awakening for the first time. And a lot of times when we are new to spirituality, we immediately jump to the crown chakra, or our crown chakra becomes open. And everything that we knew, we're questioning it and we're learning new things. And at one point in our life, we rely on our intellect only. But now that we're moving into this space where our crown chakra is open, we are seeing things from a more spiritual perspective. And when we see things from a more spiritual perspective, our imagination is potent. We can see things that we did not see with our mind's eye before. We can see, it's like we can see through the veil now, and we're no longer relying on our intellect only, right? And when you move from the root chakra into the crown chakra, it feels woo-woo at first, but once you ground in that energy and you bring your imagination, you ground your imagination, anchor it in by meditating and going within, you understand that you have the ability to make miracles. In other words, you have the ability to create a life for yourself. You have the ability to make something out of nothing. Say, for instance, you came from a life of poverty, and because you believe in yourself and you trust in yourself and you use your imagination and you learn how to ground what's in your imagination, you can take yourself from that space of poverty to a person who is wealthy and makes six figures, or somebody that's eight figures, or you can do that for yourself, because again, you've taken your imagination. Once your imagination is what you see in your mind's eye, the seed that's planted in your mind's eye. So say, for instance, going back to the person that may be coming out of poverty or coming from poverty, a seed was planted in their mind. The seed could have been planted by them. They could have planted the seed in their mind when they were younger. I'm getting out of this and I'm going to make something of myself. And because they believed that, they imagined a different life for themselves. They went within themselves. They trusted themselves, and they were steady on their path, steady trusting in their ability to make miracles. And then 10, 20 years in the future, that person is sitting on 6 figures, 8 figures, 10 figures, millionaire, billionaire status, all because of that seed of faith that they had in themselves. And they did not rely on their intellect only, because when you rely only on your intellect, then you don't leave a lot of room for the divine to come in and help put you on the right path to get to that place that was a seed and now you're trying to make it a reality. If you rely on your intellect only, your ego can lead you down a path that is not your intended path. When you rely on your intellect only, again, you don't leave a lot of room for the divine to come in and make miracles happen. So miracles happening is not just due to your own merit. It is when you have aligned yourself with when you've opened your crown chakra, aligned yourself with your higher self. And that's how you make room for the divine to come in and make the miracles, which seem like magic, happening in your life. It's because you've aligned, you've not only relied on your intellect, but you've made room for the divine to come in and make the magic happen. Is that making sense? I hope it's making sense to you. So to end this reading, we are going to close it out with some sound healing, and we're going to do an affirmation, and then I'll go ahead and close it out. So close your eyes, bring your mind to something that you want to focus on, a seed that you planted within yourself that you want to make manifest, a seed that you want to make room in your life right now for the divine to make magic and make miracles happen for you. Let's focus on that. And then we're going to focus on this sound healing to help us to ground in on that intention. And then the affirmation is going to kind of seal it for us. And then that's going to give room to the divine to make this happen for us. So get your intention in your mind's eye. Focus your attention focus your attention into your intention. So whatever your intention is, whatever that thing is that you've been seeing in your mind's eye, in your imagination, that you want to make real, focus on that and listen to this frequency. And our affirmation for today is, I know that I have everything in me that I need to make this happen. Whatever this is for you, because it could be different for everybody. But our affirmation is, I know that I have everything within me that I need to make this happen. I know that I am capable. I know that I am being led by my internal navigation system to a beautiful outcome. Okay. Love and gratitude to you guys. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, please go ahead and give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. If you would like a personal reading, go ahead and check out the link in my bio. And until next time, peace.